All right, welcome back to another video. So today's video, I'm going to be installing an aftermarket dash camera in my Honda Civic with the Joying stereo. But this applies to any vehicle with an aftermarket Android-based navigation system. So in my case, I always recommend the Joying brand navigation systems because in my experience, they are the best. If you watch my earlier video, there'll be a link in the description if you didn't. In my 2018 CR-V, if you watched my earlier video, and there'll be links in the description, in my 2018 Honda Civic, I upgraded the stereo to this 9-inch latest generation Joying brand with physical volume button, which is important. And I was trying some different DVR dash camera setups. So basically, the first one I tried is this Joying brand camera. And they all install the same way. So today I'm going to be going over 3 different ones. Here's the 2 other ones, the Joying brand. And I'm going to talk about the pros and cons to each and how to install it. So first let's cover installation because it's all the same for all of them. All right, see I got it popped out here. Got the glove box dropped. And I'll just feed the wire over from there. All right, so obviously this is the USB port I'm talking about right here. So we can go ahead while the radio's out, just in case there's any problems, I'll go ahead and plug that in. Then I'm gonna go ahead and plug in, well, once I turn the key forward, go ahead and plug in the camera so we can go ahead and get that application installed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the camera here. Then go to the file manager. You see USB 4 has popped up. And there's our ucardvr.apk. So click on that. Do you want to install this application? Application installed, done. So it should be on here now. Yep, right here. Okay, so there we are. And we need to put a card in it first, but all right, so now I've got the Joying one installed. I'll go ahead and show you how it works. Just turn this on. Okay, so I showed you how we installed the app and we updated it. And so obviously, so wipe the windows here. Okay, so dash camera works well. It's got a very wide field of view. You can see this close to the garage. It almost looks kind of fisheye. It doesn't actually look that way on playback. In fact, I'll show you how it looks on playback here. Here's kind of how it looks. The only issue that I have noticed with this camera, and I'll show you, this is the Joying one, is that about every 5 to 10 seconds, the screen flashes off and it says no device found. Now, it does not show that on the playback, however, but if you're watching it live, it shows that for some reason. But then again, the playback is coming off of the card up here. So I don't know what the situation is, if it can't transfer the data correctly or what. So, but if we go in the settings, I want to talk about just a few features of this camera real quick. They're all basically use the same or similar software. So you can turn on the GPS. So you have to install the SD card, as I talked about, in here after you install the app. It has to be on the Joying one, and this other one that I'm going to show you, it can be between 8 and 32 gigabytes. It has to be formatted as FAT32. You can format it in here. You can turn GPS data on or off, and that will show you your latitude and longitude and your speed, but will only display in kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. There's no way to change that. And I found that it's highly inaccurate. It does not display the correct speed or GPS coordinates. So I just have it turned off. It just records the date and the time. It is supposedly pulling that data from the head unit, so it could be an issue with something in my settings. I don't know. There's just something called Advanced Driver Assist System. So if I turn this on, it's supposed to simulate kind of like your, lane departure warning. Basically, I found that it's all very hokey. It doesn't really work correctly. It does kind of show you what lane you're in when you're going down the road, but it only works when you are actually in this program and watching the live view. If you exit the program, there will be no lane warnings or anything else for that matter. Like I said, it's supposed to tell you, when you drift out of your lane. Driver drowsiness warning. Basically, if you've been driving for 3 hours, it just says, hey, you've been driving a long time. That's all it really does. You can change the speed. Again, it's all in kilometers per hour to where the system turns on something called eDog, which has something to do with radar. It does not work. If you try to enable it on this unit, it just completely shuts the program down. So, but overall, again, I'm happy with the video quality. With this program here, you see you tap on the screen, you can turn off the microphone. Actually, it's over here. Hit that button. Now it's just recording just video, or you can record video and audio. You see the audio light come back on. If you want to take a snapshot of something, if you press that, it will take a picture. You can stop the video recording by pressing that button right there. You can see it stopped. Normally, you want to have it running. If something happens, you can press this lock button, and it will prevent that file that's currently recording from being overwritten. So that's pretty useful. And then if you click this button here, it takes you to all of your saved items. There's a screenshot I took, just kind of show you how it looks. There's the one I just took. Okay. So that's pretty much it. It's simple. It works well. Let's move on to another camera. All right, so the Joying camera was about $39 on Amazon. Now this one, this Eonon, is $15.99 when I bought it. And I want you to tell me if you think there is any difference between those two. I think they're the exact same camera, so we're going to find out. Got my plug right here. All right, so here's this one. I don't obviously have it mounted to the windshield, but you can see it is the exact same unit. There's absolutely no difference. And it's doing the same thing, cutting out every 5 to 10 seconds. So this is the exact same unit. Again, it uses the exact same software, the same program or installation program is on the disc. So I guess not a whole lot to say about that one, except sorry, Joying, save your money and buy this other one if that's the one you want. All right, so the most expensive one out of the group is this one made by Atoto, which is a popular DVR, and build quality is a little bit nicer, has some metal on it. Let's take this lens cover off here. There are a few features about this one just physically that I like better. One, it does look a little more blingy with the writing on it and stuff, which I don't really care for, especially, you know, when it's up in the window. But it does rotate further down, and when I had this one rotated all the way down, in my opinion, it was still too high. I want to see the hood of the car in the shot. So with this one, we should be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and see what software is on this one to be installed. So again, they all use the same connection. All right, so that one's plugged in. There's a red light on. So if I go to the file, Explorer, we'll see what the program is. So this one has a different application. HD DVR. Do you want to install this application? So we'll click install. Open. All right. So this one claims to be 1080p instead of 720, which the other one is. See, again, this has a very wide view. I definitely have my hood in the shot now. You see, it is not cutting out, so that's a good start. Yeah, I know it's a great shot. So on this one, looks like it has similar. You turn your microphone off, recording, snapshot. There, I'm trying to find the settings. This, you can scroll up. So there's, I don't know what the unlock is, but there's a window view, so you can just have it in a window. Brightness. And here's our settings right here. Okay, so you can mirror. It's interesting. Anti-banding, resolution, clip time. Go 1, 3, or 5 minutes. Format the card, about the device, about the app. It just tells you the name there. So you can flip the camera image. Obviously, we don't want to do that in our situation. All right, so I've got the Atoto one installed on the windshield to where, and it's formatted. It's got the time and date going. So far, everything looks okay. It is showing in military time, which that's fine. All right, so this one, again, microphone on and off, and it shows you a little icon of the SD card and whatnot. All right, so I've actually got both of them plugged into 2 different ports. I say both because, you know, the one's the same as the other. And I'm actually having a kind of a hard time determining which one I like better. I think what might be a good idea is just to take both of them on a test drive, and we can compare the footage on both of them. I'm gonna tell you, so far, it's pretty tough. I mean, they definitely both have their positives. They both look pretty good. It's almost like the cheaper camera has a better picture, even though it supposedly has half the resolution compared to this one. Honestly, they're both good. This one has a little bit wider of view. I think I'll take a second here to show you these features that I was talking about. So advanced driving assist features. So you can see it's got a picture of the lane. I'll show you how it works. So if I kind of drift out of the lane here.
Lane departure, danger.
Lane departure, danger is what it just said. Let me try just kind of drifting off the right side of the road here. So I'm pretty far off the road.
Lane departure, danger.
And finally it warned me. I said it's kind of
Lane departure, danger.
Right there, I wasn't off the lane. It's kind of hokey.
Lane departure, danger.
Yeah, kind of a hokey feature.
Lane departure, danger.
So I really would not let that be the deciding factor. So we're going to turn that off. Let's go back to here. We'll put on the GPS data. Like I said, it says I'm going 0 kilometers per hour. Now 4. And I'm actually going 96 kilometers per hour. Obviously, that's 59 miles per hour. On here it says 5 kilometers an hour, and the GPS is completely wrong.
Lane departure, danger. Lane departure, danger.
Alright, so one other thing to consider is on the Atoto, it encodes the videos as MP4 files. So each one is around, you can see 80 to 150 megabytes, whereas the other one is an AVI file. Each one is about 440 megabytes. For every 3 minutes, it's about 440 megs, and for every 3 minutes, we're at less than 150. So you're going to be able to fit a lot more footage in the same amount of space with the better compression of the MPEG-4 on the Atoto versus the Joying or the Eonon. Alright, so hopefully this video was informative. Your options for your Android head unit on the dash cameras that are available. They both have their pluses and minuses. I guess it's up to you. Hopefully the video is informative enough for you to make a decision which one you like best. Be sure to leave a comment below. I'll have links to both the cameras, or actually all 3 of the cameras, in the description below. Like the video, subscribe for more, and until next time, we'll see you later.